Ashley Rae, thank you so much for coming on the podcast. We appreciate it. We want to ask you some questions.
I am so down. Thanks
Okay, cool. As long as you have the answers.
Can't get
what are you working on? What are you working on? What are you doing?
Oh my God, so many things.
Explain. Okay, so for people
things.
For people that have no clue who the heck you are, like my mom.
Oh yes.
If you had to explain it to your mom, my mom, what would you say?
Well, most people know me from my Instagram like handle.
Okay.
But I mean, like, if your mom's she's probably, that's not a place for her to be, probably.
Oh no.
You know, just because.
What if she's a cool Instagram mom? You don't know. Maybe she's like into it.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
I'll take your word for it.
There's a lot of like modeling stuff on there, and it's like getting really weird. So.
Great.
I like it. I like your modeling.
Thank you.
I love your modeling.
Yeah.
It's very different. And
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
leaning hard into the different, clearly.
lately, my my Instagram has been promoting more models in my feed for some reason, and they're not unique. Not unique as yours,
dude.
So
Yeah, my boyfriend at the last shoot that I was doing, actually, that like nylon one with the Vaseline that was super weird and fantastic.
yeah.
He was like waiting in the car for me the whole time. I thought he like went home or something, and he was like, so I got really high while I was waiting for you, and I realized my Instagram's giving me all these like butt models, and I was like, what is a butt model? And then he like showed me his feed. He's like, I don't know why it's doing this. Like, I don't look at these things. I was like, I don't care if you do.
It found out he was male.
Yeah, and so he changed his like gender on there to see if it would change, and it totally
Yeah,
did.
it does.
Like,
Really?
It
yeah,
definitely does. Yeah.
yeah,
Changed it
totally,
to what? Like just
like it's just like the regular music stuff that he likes, and like there's no more like butt models and stuff.
They target.
Like,
They definitely target.
it's a real thing.
Yeah,
Demographic.
I don't like it. I don't like going on my explore page and like, you know, people say that it's because of like what's keeping your eyes on there longer.
It's part of it, but I think they figure out your demographic. They figure out how old you are.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what it is. Yeah, but
How old you are?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
They figure out by like what you are into. They can kind of tell what generation you're
I
in.
bet you they do that with like
And plus,
younger kids.
Plus, look at who
Dude, poor
owns.
kids.
Look at who owns Instagram, Facebook.
ooh,
Dude,
those turd stains.
I just, you know, like if I was like 14 and I was like in high school and I'm like, what do girls look like? And I had Instagram.
Ooh,
Fuck, dude.
That's not it.
I don't know. Like I can only just imagine what. That's why like TikTok is weird because like some raunch stuff on there and like most of their demographic is children.
Yeah, that's wild to me. Some of the stuff I've seen, like I don't have TikTok, but every now and then, you know, you deep dive on the internet and TikTok always pops up. I don't know how, but it's on everything.
Oh yeah.
And some of the stuff on there, I'm like, isn't this like an app for like teenagers?
Yep.
Yeah. I mean,
that's what they're into, I guess.
I'm sure it's like.
That's not what I was into as a teenager.
It's different. It's changing every generation.
It
you know?
is.
Yeah, I had a lot of questions at that age. I feel like they have no questions like at all.
You should get a TikTok.
I thought about it. One of my band's songs like got picked up. There's only like 30 TikToks that like made it.
Oh yeah.
And it's not the song I would have wanted. Like it's one of those songs that like we did as like a joke. Like it's not it's like a fart noise basically.
okay.
And then people made like really unsettling videos with it. And I was like, do I flag these or like?
Yeah.
We left them up. It's fine.
So you work with bands as well.
Yeah.
What do you do for them?
Yeah. So there's like the photography thing, the modeling thing, and then my main thing that I do is I manage bands, but I don't know if like manage is the word for it, but it's like herding wet cats and like turning it into something like fun to watch, you know? Not in anything like bad with like artists, but like, I mean, I'm an artist myself. We're shit shows, you know? Like, typically it's really hard to do both the creative and like the business end of things. And like part of that business is like growing like your audience and stuff. And like most artists are like, but I made the thing. Why aren't the people here?
Two different mindsets.
There's so much that goes into
Creatives
it.
Yeah.
are like, what time schedule?
And
what
like,
is that?
yeah, like deadlines. What are those?
What is that?
Like,
and then business is like all deadlines.
Yeah. And like most people use one side of their brain. I use both sides of my brain. Like that's really rare. So it's like easy for me to like do the creative like part of it and then also do like the business and like be able to do both at the same time.
It's good.
I feel like YouTube is like that, but I definitely think it's more right brain, just because of all of the work that goes into editing.
There's so
posting
much
schedules and then scheduling the content, ideas and writing, and then thinking like it's.
If you're trying to win YouTube,
the video like we record.
It's definitely a game.
We're trying to do it right.
Yeah,
we record the videos in like 12 minutes, 13 minutes, and that gets edited down to like 11 minutes. And then, but just the hours that goes into
all of it,
creating that final product. And because it's YouTube, it's like, all right, now do it again.
Yeah.
3 days later.
A million times over.
Yeah. And so it's, I call
think
this.
that's why audiences don't really have the same appreciation for it. Because you don't see how much work gets put into some like a 15-minute 10-minute project.
Dude, YouTube's wild too, because like the way people's like attention spans work, like Instagram's easy because you can like, and like TikToks, those are like quick.
No, that's great.
YouTube, like I've tried to explain to people, like if you're gonna do YouTube videos, like if they're crazy long, like you gotta have people that really love that shit and that are like following you and stuff. And I was like, but to get those followers like really quick is like keep those videos to like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And then people will like be able to sit through and like watch the whole thing and like come back for more. But
I think it depends on how often you upload and like, you know, because like we upload like 2 10-minute videos and then like a whole hour podcast. And that is great for that attention. But if we were just if we were a band and just uploading like one video a month, we would have to have a completely different strategy. Yeah. And so, then that's what you're for.
Yeah.
You're for making those strategies.
Man. Yeah. It's wild because I've worked with so many different kinds of bands. And like, for the most part, when I work with bands, they get like all the way there to where like they start getting like major publications and like record labels and stuff, like starting to like get their attention. And there's always like one person in the band, and it's usually the front man, where they're like, it's not really my thing anymore. I don't really want to do it. I'm like, are you kidding me right now? Like
that ego.
It is like I've had
and
I won't like name any of the like the previous bands or anything, just because I like to keep those relationships.
No.
But like I've had bands that were like gonna be on Jam in the Van having like no following or anything, and I'm like, do you have any idea? You have to like win contests to like get in on that stuff. And you would rather do it as like a solo project because you don't want to work with the band anymore. You're out of your mind.
I think those that don't understand that aspect of it are the ones that end up getting fucked over the most when something happens to them.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like mindset is the reason why you're only getting 10% of what your band actually makes. And so I feel like that's what separates like, you know, rappers and you know, the long term like rappers and guitarists and rock bands and everything,
like the career.
So like, cause they have careers that go for decades,
dude,
you know. And that's essentially what you should think of, maybe.
I mean, most of the people I'm working with now, I guess like half the band, I work with 4 bands right now, and like 2 of them, it's the same people, but it's just like the roles are like flopped kind of. Like there's a front man in one, and then the other one's the front man in the other.
Yeah.
And they're super cool projects and stuff, but both of like, one of them's a dad, the other one's my partner. And they're both just like, I don't really need this to go anywhere, but like I would like to like get my stuff out there to like the proper crowds and like see what happens, but I don't necessarily need this to like be my career kind of a thing. Whereas like Jesse, my partner, he like his career is in music. Like he's a touring guitar tech, like tour manager. He like travels with like bigger bands and stuff. And like normally when Corona's not around, he's like on tour all the time. So but then my other 2 bands, like one of them's like a solo artist with like a backing band, and the other one's like a full band, and they like want this to be their careers and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And like when I first started working with Dad's Underwear, which is like
I love them.
Dude,
I love their Instagram feed so much. I've like comment on their shit all the time. I really fuck with them. Like I can't wait. Like I really want to see them live the most. Like that's the band during quarantine where I was like, that's the next one I'm gonna see. You know.
They're a band where it's like people ask me like, so what are they like live? And I was like, I could never tell you because I never know what it's gonna be like when they're like insane.
Yeah.
But they're very unique. They're very cool. When I first started working with them, they had like 600 followers on Instagram, maybe. It was like an Instagram that used to be like 2 other band projects before it became Dad's Underwear.
Yeah.
And then they had like no merch. They had played like the Silver Orange or something and like one other like Stockton show. And they're like, we got a bunch of stuff coming up. We want this to be our career, but like we need help. So I was like, all right. And like, out of all my artists, they work probably, and I don't want my other artists to get mad, but they work the hardest. Like I told them like they had a show booked at the Boardwalk when they first like hired me. And I was like, man, I hate that place. But like, if you're going to do this, like I want you guys to sell like 40 pre-sale tickets. And they were like, what? That's insane. Like we don't have any like followers. We have like our girlfriends and friends and stuff.
Yeah.
And then I told them they had to have merch too. And they're like, what do we do? And I was like, I don't care if you make it. I don't care if you go buy some. I don't care if you order it. You have 9 days for the show. And so these fools, like, I didn't hear from them for like a week and a half. And I was like, dude, I was getting stressed. I was like, are they selling tickets? Like, I was just like, are you guys selling tickets? They're like, yeah. And I was like, what'd you do about the merch? They're like, don't worry about it. And then like like the day before the show, I just get these like shitty cell phone videos of them. Like they set up like a sweatshop basically like in one of their backyards. And it was like all of them just like, they made like a line, like a processing line of like t-shirts, spray paint, like not even t-shirt paint, but like I almost brought you one because they like brought me the merch today. I was like, oh, I'm gonna bring Chris like and his friend, you know, t-shirts. And then I pulled them out and they were like still stuck together. There was like glitter all over them. I was like, I'm not gonna bring this. I'm not gonna do that.
We did Caliscope did tie-dye t-shirts. So we got our logo on the t-shirts and then we tied that shit up.
Yeah, that's the move right there.
And we did it overnight. We did it from like 11 to 5.
They brought the shirts into the first time I saw them was at the venue, which was a mistake. And like they didn't wash them. They were all stuck together. Like they still smelled really heavily of spray paint. Yeah. But they were so proud of them and they were like, we made 100 of these. And they sold like all but like 40 like that night.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then like they made like art canvases, like of Ryan's art and stuff that's like all over the band page. He like made a bunch of those little canvases of them and like sold almost all of those.
Wow.
And impressive. Then like I made them a bunch of like hello my name is stickers and I like put Dad's Underwear and then like we like doodled all over them and stuff and like people picked those up too.
Nice. That's a good
and like
idea.
Randomly I'll just see those stickers like randomly on places. But yeah, like that was their first time. And so like their first show they sold, I think it was almost 40 tickets. It was like 37.
Okay.
They brought a huge crowd. They went from like opener to like main support.
Yeah.
And then they sold like almost their entire table of merch. And I was just sitting there like they made hella money that night. I mean, Boardwalk, we gave them like 300 something bucks in like pre-sales and we got like $90 back because that's just the way the Boardwalk operates. But yeah, it was like, I was like, okay, so you guys are serious. And then it just like took off from there. But
that's impressive. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I love their image. Like it's very unique. That's what we need. I mean, and like looking at it objectively, that you kind of, you do need that, you know? And I feel like they got it early. So it takes years. I feel like that's something that I'm trying to work on right now. Yeah. So it's just like, what aesthetic are you? We've
been working on this for like a year. I've been working with them since the end of October of last year. Okay. And now they're like over 2,000 followers. They're like 2 of their tracks are like 15,000 plays for like just dropping them a couple months ago. And like they don't have an audience or anything. So that's like pretty cool. They've had like radio stations pull them up in like the UK to do like interviews with them and stuff, which was tight. they're doing fantastic, but the Ryan's art is like kind of their branding a little bit. Like it's on all the merch. It's like part of all of their artwork and stuff. Like all the stop motion videos are like him doing that in his living room. Like that's all of his shit.
Yeah, the stop motion video. I forgot about those.
And dude, they're just like getting better and better and better. Now we're like moving on to like real life toys and stuff and like people in them. So it's like next level. It's pretty tight, but
damn.
Yeah, it's awesome. Wild.
That's like the real grind.
They're like super DIY and they're like, do you think we can make a career out of this? I was like, well, to be honest, like the industry's not there yet. Like like the audience isn't there yet. But I feel like the way with like Corona's going right now and like all of like quarantine and everything, like I feel like the industry, one, is like kind of crumbling just from like lack of anything. And then also like all the Me Too stuff is coming out. So we're like trying to like restructure a lot of like record labels and like bigger pieces of the industry. And now we're seeing more artists like lean more into like the DIY because like they don't have any other options right now. Like a lot of them are stuck like doing this stuff on their cell phones and like at home and shit. So I feel like, and now it's like picking up too. Like now I'm starting to see like my feed used to be like big artists and stuff. And now I'm starting to see like now that I'm leaning more into like smaller bands and stuff and like the DIY thing, like I'm seeing a lot more like super unique stuff come out that's like really cool and like people are responding to it like crazy.
I do think that's like a kind of a wave that's happening, like the indie scene. Kind of big.
I see it a lot on TikTok.
Really?
There's just independent musicians that are all, there's this one guy, I'm going to shout him out right now. I think his name is Yufa. Cool. And he just like, hey guys, this is a song. Played a loop on the keyboard and then played something on the guitar and then like did a quick and then just when it came in the beat like and it was just and it just
tight.
It hit and I looked him up and it was just like he's been uploading music for a little bit, but like there's a lot like he actually charted on the Billboard because of that video alone. What? And I'm not gonna lie, I contributed. You know, I was like, hold on, this is a cool beat. And then I looked it up and then I added it to a playlist, so it worked on me.
There you go.
But like TikTok it's really putting some people out there, especially because of quarantine and everybody talks about it. It's on the news right now. Trump just approved like the sale, so it's more positive in the news now and people are very like, dude,
that stuff is so crazy.
And I mean,
I think it kind of goes hand in hand with the whole like popping culture of artists right now. Like well, I mean that's gonna die kind of with COVID, but just like with how there's a lot of artists that are mainstream and they just came out of nowhere. But like, their careers don't last as long as somebody who DIYs like their whole thing. Yeah, I saw a video on YouTube recently talking about how those people that pop can't keep that attention because a lot of time
that's like the peak.
Yeah, that's natural growth, but it's because it was like forced into everybody's eyes by like a TikTok or something like that. And I think TikTok's one of them, but at the same time, there are some talents that stick around. Like I'd argue, like Jack Harlow would have never been seen. I don't know if you know Jack Harlow. But like Jack Harlow's like really talented, and the fact that he blew up off of TikTok is impressive.
That's what happened.
Yeah.
Oh, I had no idea.
I didn't know he was from TikTok. Yeah, just TikTok is. Well, I mean, like, was it his song or was it his?
It was
TikTok?
one of his songs.
It was one of his.
His songs got spread around. I think it became like like one of the memes or whatever TikTok.
That's what I'm telling my band. Hey, let's write a song for TikTok.
Dude.
Like let's think about it. We just need to sell out one song.
Yeah. My friend Autumn, she cracks me up. Like every time I'm about to be like, do you need help like managing your stuff? She's like, no, I got it. I'm good. And then she'll like come to me with these ideas. Like she made a TikTok for her artist account basically. And it gets better. And she puts out these like hilarious videos and they're really good. And then like a lot of her music and stuff. But then I hope she doesn't get mad at me for saying this. Autumn, I love you so much. She got Tinder Gold.
Oh, okay.
And like I've never really been in the Tinder world like very much. Like I've always been like dating someone really, and like even when I've been single, I'm not like. It started when I was like in a relationship, so I'd never understood it. So she like had to break it down for me. She's like, "That's $100 a year," and I was like, I was like,
did she pay that up front?
dude,
Chris.
yeah, I think so. She did this, but get this. So she was really smart. She put on her bio that you can't message her because it like doesn't work or something. It totally does. But she linked her SoundCloud, her TikTok, and her Instagram to it. So she says, you got to go check me out here and message me on one of those. And her shit like has grown like crazy since then. And like, I forgot all the cool things that like Tinder Gold does for you, but she can like basically look anywhere in the world and like match anyone anywhere in the world without having to like move your like GPS location or whatever. Yeah. So she's like reaching people like all over the place, and they're all listening to her music, like getting her plays up, and then also being like, yo, this is tight. And I was like,
interesting.
Dude,
what the fuck?
Yeah,
the power of Sims, bro.
Dude,
power of Sims.
And she's like the coolest fucking person too. So I was like, please don't like waste your coolness on fucking Tinder. She's like, it is purely a marketing thing for me. I was like, okay,
that's great.
If it works, that's
oh my
dude, that's
God,
fucking tight.
I've never thought about that. You just blew my fucking mind
so
right now.
We were like laughing about it. So she's the one that's moving to Tennessee like on Monday, and we went to go see her in San Francisco yesterday. And so we're like talking about it and stuff. And she's like, yeah, it's purely like a marketing thing for me. She's like, I just think it's funny that like women are so overly sexualized all the time, and like people capitalize off of that. She's like, now I'm using it and I'm getting hella people into my music with it. I was like, damn, dude, you just played the game and you fucking won. Like, you're winning. Yeah.
Damn.
But
and people get upset about it, but it's like they're playing the game now.
And so
you're getting upset. You caused this climate.
Yeah. So she's like, dude, you should get dads on Tinder. And I was like, I can't trust that. But like that is not the direction for them.
Damn.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had another burp.
That's okay. It's all good. But yeah, artists are getting like crazy wild, like creative with how they get marketing stuff out of there. But like TikTok is huge. Like apparently Tinder Gold is like
I have never heard of that. But that's impressive.
Me neither.
Dude, dude. You got to make a YouTube video on that. That if you manage like, hey guys, this is how to manage yourself as an artist.
Guys.
Tinder Gold?
Just
you got to do that too. Like, hey guys, it's me again.
Immediately Tinder, and then everybody's just like, what?
And the people are like, next.
Yeah.
And then you're going to have like some people like, wait a minute. I can use Tinder for music too.
I think that's a really good, like for women, just to, men can't do that.
I feel like they just
Did you know the statistics?
I lose followers.
Did you know the statistics on Tinder? I think it's like 70% of them are male and the rest of them are.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think that's dating apps in general.
Yeah, probably. There's like a ton of dating apps now that I have no idea even existed.
It's because they're dumb. Men are dumb.
Yeah.
It's a fucking slot machine. Yay! I got a match. And please pay attention to me.
It's a market that like constantly has demand. So like, of course, there's gonna be more apps.
It's like
that
full
just
of
are
sadness,
might as
in
well
my
just
opinion.
Oh yeah, for sure. But
and I don't think its usage has gone down during COVID.
I don't think so either, which is a little alarming. But
yeah. That is kind of scary, actually.
When you think about it,
I wouldn't trust it.
Nah.
No.
I mean, they're the one using it, so obviously they don't care enough, you know?
Damn. But
anyway, so artists are getting really creative.
Yeah.
They are.
Like
they are.
It's pretty wild.
What other? So what bands do you work with?
Okay, so I work with Dad's Underwear. They're like the band that I've been working with the longest out of all the artists right now.
We can find all of these guys online.
Yeah, they're on everything.
Okay.
Except for TikTok. Sorry.
Son of a bitch.
We're working on it.
And what about Tinder Gold?
No Tinder Gold. I don't think I want any. Well, I mean, okay, so my partner Jesse, he plays in 3 of the things. Like he plays for, so my other band that I work with, he's a solo artist technically, the Very Reverend.
Okay.
The Very Reverend. Okay, that's the other one.
Yes.
I like that one a lot. I love the image. I love the image.
Thank you.
The image.
Yeah. Dude, the aesthetics on his stuff are like, they're there. It's it.
Were they there before you? Or?
Yeah.
Oh,
he's been doing this for like 3. He's from Portland, Maine.
Oh, okay.
He like sold all of his shit or something, got rid of all of it. Found like a super old van and then like drove across country with his girlfriend and like came to California. I was like, you came to Sacramento? Like not LA or like the Bay Area? He was like, no.
Smaller market maybe?
Yeah, he was like, my girlfriend had family here. So, and I was like, all right, cool. And then he was here for like less than a year and he finally started getting like meeting new people, like going to cool shows, people starting to listen to his music, and then COVID hit. And he like didn't really have friends. He didn't like know anyone. And he was like, shit. But he works for Apple, so he was like totally fine.
Perfect.
As for like money wise and everything.
Chill,
so he's chill there. But then he's like, well, if I'm not, I mean, I moved away from everything for like music, and now music's like gone.
Dead.
Yeah. And then he was just about to move and leave, and he needed one of his guitars fixed, and like Jesse fixes guitars and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know who told him, but I'm like very grateful for it, because he's like my other favorite project that I work with. He brought his guitar to like fix it at our like film studio that we're at, and like took a look at everything, and then somehow like him and Jesse became like homies. I don't know how it worked, but they're friends. And then he started recording some of his music in our recording studio. They were like demoing out, and then he said he wanted to do like a live stream thing, so we like got a band for him. Like we got like Ira Skinner on drums, like David Baez Lopez like on synth and stuff, and then Jesse plays bass, and then he's like guitar and keys. And then we're like, live stream's not really it like either, but like we're still doing one, but it's like next month. And then just the more we worked with him, the more like he's gonna get mad at me for this too, but like the messy,
you're
like
piss off a lot of people.
I know. I'm like, that's my thing though. Like I'm a super like honest with my artists and stuff. Like, you know, you've got to be the one.
You gotta be.
You have to be, because you got to tell their shit like to their face. Otherwise, like you're shooting yourself in the foot too. But the more things he was like, the more things we were learning about him, it was like he had stuff go wrong with like one project, and then like he couldn't get his Instagram following to like get going or anything. And so finally, eventually it was like, Jesse was like, I think we should manage him. I was like, we, or like me, or like, and he was like, no, I think we should do it. So this is the first project that I'm managing like with Jesse kind of. He does like all the producing. He does like the music end of things with him, and then he like does the things that like, I'll be honest, the things that I hate doing. Like anytime like a contract has to be drafted for something, I'm like, I need you to do that, because like I'm just really busy over here. But like truly I hate doing that shit.
Just really busy over here.
Just give him the bad work.
I mean, really like he has more experience in that stuff anyways, but yeah, Reverend's really cool. His aesthetic is like it's on point. Yeah. It's so good.
Oh yeah.
His music is so good too.
I should bring it up.
It's pretty.
How do you spell it?
The Very Reverend.
The Very Reverend.
Yeah, it's pretty tight.
You can keep talking.
No, we're gonna wait.
Okay.
It's pretty tight. It sounds very much so like kind of like Queens of the Stone Age a little. But like, he's going.
Yeah. I don't think I saw the music video. I saw
the Give Up the Ghost one.
Yeah.
That video. So like when I saw that video, I was like, so wait, you already put this out? And he's like, yeah, 3 years ago. And like it was before he had like a following or anything. And I was like, dude, this is like
it's great.
Top notch video. Yeah. This is gonna be really hard for you to like make it better. Like to move up from there. So like everything, because I feel like artists, like everything they should put out should be like better than the last thing they did, you know?
You think so?
Or at least
I feel like not every single thing, but there should be progression, you know? Like you shouldn't stay like at the same space. You definitely shouldn't get worse. But like I feel like in order to keep people's attention, and in order for you to just like grow as an artist and a person, which I think is really important for artists too, to like constantly be like learning new stuff and growing.
I think consistency
totally key.
Will
I think
will
so.
let you go further than releasing something better than the last thing. I mean, at least that's what works.
I agree with you, but like if you're trying to make a career out of something, you want your fan base to grow, right?
Yeah, for sure.
True.
So you want to keep getting better or do something.
I don't think everything. I don't think it. You know, like that meme where it's like usually like band stuff too, where it's like the stairs and their foot's at the bottom of the stairs, and there's all the steps they have to take, and their foot's like at the top of the stairs. You know, like I don't think it should be that kind of like, okay, now we're better. Like I feel like you just gotta progressively like Dads, they start with stop motion, and it was like doodles that turned into like whiteboard stuff, and then it turned into like actual action figures, and now it's like toys, and then there's people like. But that was like a slow progression, you know?
Yeah, I feel like with creative, sorry, not to interrupt,
no, you're good.
but like that's a good analogy for like the staircase thing. You can't skip like steps.
Yeah.
Literally, you have to like, if you want to succeed creatively, I feel like you do need to take that first step, second step, third step.
I think patience is
so key. That's like my #1 conversation I have with artists.
That's
like,
that's the #1 conversation I have with myself.
Dude,
I've just like be patient,
I've straight up like, because I'm always involved in like so many group conversations with like all my artists and fans and stuff. And like anytime that like they're like complaining about something that we've had a conversation about like 12,000 times, I'm just like, I can't talk to any of you right now. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Like fuck off entirely right now. And then I'll talk to you guys later. Because it's just like the same thing. Like
it's over and over.
Yeah, it's the same shit. Or like posting something and be like, I only have 5 likes and it's been 15 minutes. I'm like, you don't have an audience. Like, what'd you think was going to happen? Like, you got to post to get in that algorithm and then get the people to come to you. And
do you know of Gary V's $1.80 rule?
The what?
The $1.80 rule.
No.
Okay, so what it is.
Educate me.
So on Instagram, it works for every platform. Okay. You always want to put your 2 cents in. So when you're going through Instagram, put your 2 cents in on a post. Keep doing for hashtags for your personal page and people that follow you back, and then do it until you got $1.80, and do that every single day. And that $1.80,
that's pretty much
like it'll grow, it'll compound interest into like, you know, it's gonna take you a lot of times for like weeks and weeks and weeks and months, and then it just skyrockets.
So one of the things that I started doing, because like artists I feel like are also very visual people. So like you can talk to them all you want and you can have all the conversations and they're still going to be like, yeah, I get it. But then
feel like you're
on
explaining
paper,
me.
but then like on paper they're like, what? Like I still don't get it. So that was the same thing where they were like Dads specifically has been growing like over the last year. Like they've grown like 1,500 followers, like with the bare minimum. Like so then they like kept saying like, we're not even growing. I'm like, do you even know where you guys started at? Like you guys have grown a lot, and they weren't getting it. So I did this thing where I made them goals where every single week by Saturday evening at like midnight, they have to reach like a certain amount of like streaming goals. They have to reach like a certain amount of followers on Instagram, a certain amount of followers every single week. And I do it and I fuck with it. Like sometimes I'll make them like impossible. So I know that they won't make them. And then they'll be like, why are all of our goals red? I'm like, because you guys sucked this week. And they'll like work harder and they'll like try and get it. And then I'll make them really,
now they know.
Yeah, no, they know I do this, but I do it so subtly that like they're like,
you just like slip in a hard punch to the gut every once in a while.
But I'm like overly like brutally honest with them too. So like even if I told them I'm fucking with them, they're still gonna try and prove me wrong. Like they're still gonna try and do it. But I started doing that and they've been doing it for a couple months now. And I finally like sat one of them down, Ryan, the lead singer. We like have work days where he'll just come over and we'll like work on stuff together for like hours. And he was like feeling bummed out thinking they weren't growing. So I pulled up their goals. I'm like, dude, look, I made you some graphs where you can see like, you know, your stuff like growing. And I was like, look how many people you've like grown since like 2 months ago. He was like, holy shit. And I was like, it's working. Like it's a thing. And so I started doing that with like all my artists now, and it's working for all of them. Like they're all growing like quickly because they have that, like, I have to get that goal of things. And so I was like, I don't care how you do it. I give them like, I break it down so much to where it's like social media is so easy for them. Like dads, there's 3 of them. So they all have their own days that they post. I gave them their own specific days that they have to post on. And those are the days those are the days that they're responsible. So they can't turn to me and be like, we're not posting enough. I'm like, that's not my problem. Like that's your responsibility at this point. Like you guys have 2 of your days out of the week. So they don't have to like stress all 7 days being like, one of us has to post or something. Like they have those 2 days. They know which day to post on the feed, and like they have to post on the story like every day. And then every now and then, like I will sprinkle stuff in. So like anytime you see something like way over the top ridiculous, like that's probably me posting it. Like the photoshopped of them, their faces on things. Like
so how often are they posting online? I see. I'm trying to find that balance. No, I don't want to say balance because I post like once a week, which is bad.
Dude, no, you gotta do it like 2 to 3 times a week on the feed.
She's being brutally honest with me.
Dude, you gotta do it like 2 to 3. And it works. And it works too. I've tested it. It's like the try.
How many times?
So 2 to 3 times a week on the feed. You should be posting
on
like
the feed.
It doesn't have to be anything specific. Like it'd be literally anything, and you can always archive it later. Like if it doesn't do as well as you want it to, or if it doesn't fit with everything else, like put it out there.
Okay, I try to post on the story as much as I can. The
story you should be posting like constantly.
Oh yeah, I try to look for anything stupid. That's the thing.
TikToks are great for stories.
Stupid
Yeah.
That's my shit.
Dude, your shit's hella funny lately.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I really do sit there like all day thinking like, how can I add something? And you know what? I rely a lot on those Snapchat filters that give you like the beard and shit, make you baby face, bald.
Dude, my favorite one that you do is anytime you're like my girlfriend and you put the bandana on.
Oh yeah.
It like kills me every time.
So that's the thing with her and I. We have this thing, and I just like make fun of her on Instagram or on TikTok.
Sweetest.
She is, but we're mean to each other. Nobody sees it because she's not on Instagram. We're just
Tristan a little bit.
She's not on Instagram?
No, she's not. She's just on Facebook, and she only has family, and she's just that's it. And I'm just like, what the hell?
That's impressive.
She had Instagram for a little bit. I'm trying to push her to like go back on it, but then she's like, nah, I don't feel like it. And so she just doesn't give a fuck about social media.
Can I ask, sorry, how old is she?
22.
What? Yeah. And she's just like not into any social media.
There's some people like that.
I know.
Just like, I don't want to be part of it. And it's like, good for you.
That's
good for you.
Yeah, like
you don't have that like where you don't have that.
Her field just doesn't really like. Damn. It's not like she's like having to push her self out there so much. I'm impressed.
Wow.
And you know,
that's cool.
Just a lot.
Mad respect.
A lot less stressed out than I am. I'm sure she's the least stressed person out of all of us.
Probably. Just because of the social media thing.
Dude.
Anyways, you were saying the bandana thing?
Oh yeah, the bandana. Yeah, so we just I have so many more in the drafts folder, and I just like, so I batch make them. I spend like my Saturdays just making as many as I can. And then so when I have to change my shirt so fucking much because
you do that all like in one day. You make a bunch
most of them like most of them in one day. Some of the easier ones where it's just like my face and I'm like reaction, but I kind of like I shoot that like like any old day. But all of like my setup skitty ones, I do that all in one day. I just batch make them. Yeah, if you batch make your TikToks, because you can draft them. And then once you have them in your drafts, and then you can go back and look at them. And sometimes I'll post them whenever they feel more topical. So if I make like, I made a Travis Scott meal one, I made sure to post that as soon as possible because that's when it was popping, And so some of my least relevant content, I'll post it later. So even like if it's still funny and I know it'll hit, I'll just save it for later if it's just like about my girlfriend. So you'll notice patterns in my TikTok. If you really look at it and you're like, okay, he talks about more topical stuff at the beginning of the week, and then at the end of the week, it's just a bunch of horse shit.
Dude. Yeah. I've never really gotten into TikTok. It was never really a thing. But then I started seeing them all over people's stories everywhere. And I started paying attention to like people I know that do them because it's always funnier like when you know the person. So you're like, oh shit. Yeah. So like yours are always like hilarious because I know you and stuff. And I'm like, dude, I didn't know that you had like this massive following or anything. So David, when he was like, dude, you're doing this? I was like, yeah, man. And he's like, I want to do it. And then he was like, I don't know, like, do I ask him? And I was like, dude, he's hella chill. You probably could.
I'll ask him. Dude,
I'll
hit him up.
He'll be like, God damn it, Ashley. Like, you told on me.
I'll ask him before this video is posted so he feels good for like a little bit.
And then he comes out.
Yeah, and he was like, he's like, are you going to do it? I was like, yeah, I already said yes. And he's like, you haven't even watched his podcast and you said yes. I was like, I love shit like that. Like, yeah. And then he was like, dude, he has hella followers on TikTok. I was like, what? Shut up. And he's like, look it up. And I looked it up. I was like, what the fuck did I just say yes to?
So
hella funny.
Chris is a professional TikToker.
I am.
I had no idea.
I get paid about 60 cents a day.
And then as I was watching your first podcast that like you put out and you guys talked about like how much money, I was like, wait a minute, he gets paid to do this shit? Yeah. What the fuck?
It's not much, but it's something. It's fun to pay
honest
attention.
Work. It's not much, but it's honest work.
Changes your title, man. It's amateur to professional.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
They say that you get less views when you get on the TikTok fund, because
I don't know about
the algorithm's like, oh, you want money? Work a little harder. So that's why I went from like once I got on there, I was like, okay, now I have to post twice a day. So I post typically twice a day. On the weekends, I'll post.
Day?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
So I make like 14 TikToks a week.
Dude, I would be the most annoying person on TikTok for real.
Why? Just posting bullshit nonstop.
Yeah, like
some of the ideas, sorry, are borrowed. So like they're like someone did something, and if you switch up like a name or if you do something, then it kind of
the trends.
Yeah. So then it plays more into the meme of it.
Yeah. Okay.
And
still, it's like a
White Claws make me burp so much.
I just got on the White Claw game like less than a year ago.
Really?
Yeah.
I've been on it for a while.
Dude, when it first came out, like hella popular, it was all the people that annoyed me the most that were like obsessed. And that I was like, man, you know, like when someone that you can't stand like loves something, it makes you not love that thing. That's what White Claw was for me. And then,
so many stories I could say right now.
And then my sister got married. I guess it was like a year ago. She got married, and at her rehearsal dinner, they had like White Claws, and the bar was taking too long. So I was like, fucking give me one of those. And then I was like, oh, son of a bitch, these are not bad.
Yeah. I drink them because of
These
Chris.
are pretty good.
First time I drank these, I laughed.
Dude.
I was like, wow, I didn't know something could be this good.
It was like pleasantly surprising.
Because for a while, my favorite was Red's Apple Ale. You ever had Red's Apple Ale?
I have had Red's Apple Ale, but I've never had anyone be like, that's my shit.
I don't know about favorite. It's good though.
Because they're easy to drink.
Okay, yeah.
Like
I'm one of those people. Like I need,
I don't like beer too much. I'll drink beer.
I used to like beer. I don't anymore.
I just feel like it's way too heavy. I'd rather take shots than drink beer.
That's fair.
So that's why I like the seltzers and the
yeah. The White Claw was the only seltzer I'd really had, and then I'm friends with the Pabst rep, and she like anytime she would get like new product or something, she'd be like, "Come try it." And we were going to this comedy show one night, and she had like the Pabst seltzers like before they came out, and we're like, "Yeah, we'll have one. Like it's not a big deal." And we drank it, and like we were fucked. Like by the time we had to get to this thing. They're fantastic. It tastes a little bit like those lime popsicles, like I said, and like gasoline a little bit. But
a little bit.
It does the trick for sure.
I know everybody has a seltzer like alcohol now.
I think White Claw is probably
they're the ones that kind of blew it up. But
that's because like the internet.
Yeah. But like every beer brand has one now.
Yeah. I fucking
Corona.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
The beer Corona.
Oh yeah.
Don't they?
I don't know, but I know
the Corona, the Corona seltzers, they have those.
Coors has one. I know.
Light.
I was gonna start trying out new ones because White Claw hasn't sponsored us yet. So.
I know.
You gotta start switching it up.
I know.
They don't want to reach out. I mean,
if they're not gonna reach out, we're gonna start promoting other hard seltzers.
Might as well. If it's better, it's better.
Yeah.
Damn, big threats here.
We're fighting a multi-million-dollar company right now on the second episode of a podcast.
This is
get like 200 views in that first episode. Get the fuck out of here.
This is not an ad unless White Claw.
I mean, I want it to be an ad, but it's not.
It would be, it'd be cool if it was. Yeah. It'd be cooler if you were.
We should just put like electrical tape over all of the logos.
Just my God,
this hard seltzer.
Dude. But like just enough so you know what it is still. Like,
it's like
it's
still,
obvious.
it's like still the waves.
Yeah. Like it's still hella obvious.
And everything else. You just take out.
I wonder what this is.
It's just Claw seltzer.
Yes.
Without the W.
They have like a very unique image though.
They do,
I feel like it's just and TikTok makes fun of these a lot.
Do they?
Yeah.
Man, I really got to get into that TikTok thing.
You have
that
to.
thing called TikTok.
It's something else. My sister got me onto it.
Really?
She's 15.
What?
I mean, she was like 13 when she showed. Look at this, it's TikTok, and I'm like, TikTok. I'm like, that's stupid. That's not going to. I was just yelling this at a 13-year-old. That's never going to last. It's going to be a fad. That's what happened to Vine when I was younger. So I was just ripping it from her, and I was just yelling at her. And then like 2 years later, I'm like on it, and I'm like.
Jokes on.
It's literally a whole generation of people that got yelled at saying that's not going to be a thing. And they just kept using it like, watch, it's going to be.
I know.
No, it's not. Dude, I got a Halo light for TikTok.
Damn.
That's the reason why I got that thing originally.
Really?
Was just for TikTok. Yeah. I just like made a couple of them, and then they were,
You made a couple of them?
I made a couple of them at first. And then,
I'm curious.
And then the addiction.
What did you make them out of like glow sticks or something? What did you?
Oh no,
do?
not
no. The TikToks.
Oh, okay.
And so
I was like, damn, you were making your Halo lights too.
That'd be interesting.
That'd be very impressive. I'd be a really smart man.
I was like, you can get those for hella cheap.
Yeah.
And the one TikTok that blew up for me though was just like the shittiest video we ever shot from the shittiest angle, which was
What was it?
It was me doing a magic trick to my dog.
Stop it.
I love that it blew up though.
And
That's
like
the most
I had,
wholesome shit.
Here,
Yeah.
give me. Is the red ball right there, right next to the flower? Right. No, it's not. Okay, never mind. I put it away. But I did a sleight of hand trick where like I hold the ball, and then I hold this in my hand, and then I show you that it's not there no more.
Stop it.
And then the dog's like,
Color me impressed.
"What the fuck?" And then I pulled it out, and then it ripped it from my hands. But like that one blew up to almost
That's so wholesome.
3 million. Yeah, I know. That's why
That's so
it got
precious.
reposted so much. But a Japanese company, like a production
TV company.
yeah, TV
Okay.
company hit me
a
up.
Japanese company, TV specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah, and asked me to have have that clip in their show.
I think I remember you saying that when you're like, someone wants to buy my TikTok. I was like, what the fuck?
It
That's a
aired
thing?
recently.
And so it aired recently. I'll have to show you the
It's
clip
super
after
cool.
the
Yeah,
podcast. I
yeah,
can't
yeah.
show it to anybody. I'm
Yeah.
not allowed to.
Aw.
So
Because they have rights to it now, right?
yeah. So
I feel
but it was
special.
on Sakagami Animal Kingdom,
Okay.
and it's
Cool.
just them like watching and laughing at. It's like
Aw.
home video because like
They do that a lot in
Yeah,
Japanese
like-
TV, but like
Like TikTok specifically? or
no,
just-
Japanese TV does a lot of reaction stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But I think that channel specifically, the Animal Kingdom one, is like they take TikToks from like other people across the world and stuff.
so it was just featured. Like the clip is like 30 seconds long, but it's just funny.
Yeah, it
that
says where he's from and stuff.
I'm in Japan.
Yeah, it's
Cool.
cool.
Japanese
That's
TV.
tight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fucking wild.
I know. It's funny. And the clip is adorable because it's like, it's a totally different culture
Yeah.
and they do interesting things. And
Yeah.
to have
Yeah.
them, to me, just like, oh, hey, record this. And then it just be on television somewhere and everyone's just laughing about
All
it.
laughing.
And then the captions and then the reactions.
Oh my God.
It's unique to that culture. And I just like really like how, like, just something shot in America got aired over there in Japan.
Yeah.
And it's
Literally
just like,
across the world, yeah.
and it's like
That's
it's
really
just
cool.
it's just cool. It's just
It is
really
cool
cool.
when that happens. Yeah.
And I don't know. It's fun to
That
like
is
watch
really
that
cool,
shit
yeah.
happen. But
I love that stuff. Yeah.
I don't typically do wholesome content either, which is unfortunate.
Maybe you should.
I should.
Maybe that's telling you
That's it.
something.
Maybe that's.
Maybe I need to just be like David
Success.
Dobrik and just start handing out
Oh my
$100
God.
bills to people on the street.
Mr. Beast
same
of
one.
TikTok.
I don't have the
If it's not the
capital
right,
now.
if it's not the right reaction, be like, sorry, that's not it. Give it back.
Like, actually, never mind.
Sorry, we're on a budget.
Give it back.
Just use the same $100 bill.
You got to commit to it. He's like, I didn't know.
Just be the Mr. Beast of TikTok.
I would.
What?
That would be
Mr.
pretty cool.
Beast.
Do you know Mr.
Mr.
Beast?
Beast?
On
No.
YouTube? Oh, he's the guy that
Yo, Mr. Beast is the.
he's pretty
beast.
big. He's
Mr.
like,
Beast?
Yeah,
He does
he's a
like
YouTuber.
charitable acts. Like he'll just give
He's-
give away cars and shit.
he's
Like
known
Like
for,
randomly, like on the road.
Yeah.
Like,
he'll yeah, like, oh dude, there was this one episode that he did where he shouted out YouTube artists. Like you had to hold on to this thing, and if you let go, then you lost. But there was 4 YouTubers, and the last one standing like
What?
got a shout out from Mr. Beast. His
Dude.
subscription count went from like 200 or something like that to fucking 1.7
my
million. Like it was just
God.
he has that power, and he's so
What?
charitable, and like he'll
like, this is his channel, and it's
Yeah.
literally all just like, we gave $1 million to this. We did this and this.
dude.
Yeah.
And he was on a podcast one time. I don't know if you've ever watched his like extra
No.
stuff, but he was on a podcast and he was talking about his taxes situation.
Oh yeah, I'm sure
and
that's
it's
a bitch.
mess.
Yeah,
He's like,
his taxes are
I
a
gave
mess.
away $20 million this year, and like they're just like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah,
Where did that come from?
Yeah, they're
I-
like, how did you get that? And like,
How does he
he's
have
a big
this? Like,
investor.
where does
I
this?
guess.
Oh, he's an investor.
Oh, is he?
He-
I didn't
think
know
he-
that.
An investor.
I don't remember all of it. I think he inherited a portion and he invested a ton of it.
I heard he doesn't make that much money off the YouTube video.
Not anymore.
He just makes a modest
Well,
living, and then
yes.
A modest living,
Well,
but he's
because he
giving
gives away
car.
most of it. He gives away most
well,
of
because
his money.
he reinvests that money back into the YouTube channel. But I mean, if you think about it, if he's gonna just keep doing it and then make a modest living,
well.
and then the last video you just
Fail.
keep all the revenue
Yeah.
made from that video,
or others as
and
well.
that's a lot of money. But like he'll give random people $10,000. Like he went on Twitch and he was like,
How do you meet this
10,000.
Mr. Beast? 'Cause, like,
Yeah.
So he'll block you if you like reach out to him and ask him. So it's just
But he's like one of
Mr.
the-
Beast is the fairy that
Damn.
just
He's like one of the few
blesses you.
channels that
I'm
are just like,
gonna start praying to Mr. Beast.
yeah. He's like,
Subscribe to
Dear
him.
Mr. Beast.
There's perks if you subscribe. If you're like his like 10 or
what kind of perk?
if you're his 50 millionth subscriber, like if
On
you
what?
if you time
Just
it
tell me
on
right now.
on YouTube,
well, he does
if you
random
subscribe,
shit.
yeah, like he'll do like my first 100 subscribers, like out of nowhere, he's just like my first 100 subscribers. They're
From
gonna
now.
play this game and the winner gets this much money.
Yeah.
Or like
I
my-
love games. and
I just
love
got my
money.
millionth subscriber. I'm gonna give him $1 million.
What?
You'll love his channel then. It's
There-
like
I'm
all
gonna
games and money.
love
There was
this
one.
shit.
There was one episode where he called and ordered. This is my favorite episode. He called and ordered a pizza, and the delivery driver came down, and they tipped him the house.
Wait a minute. Was this like the 89-year-old?
No.
Did you hear about that too?
No.
There was like an 89-year-old pizza deliverer, and there were some regulars on his route that were like, it was like a TikTok family, and they gave him $12,000
Oh
tip.
shit.
Oh yeah, and
Maybe I should start delivering
Right?
pizzas.
yeah.
Please.
But yeah, they gave him the house. They gave him like, and it came stocked with like furniture, toys for his daughter, and just like. He got a
He's
massive
like-
rack of fucking Monster too. Just like,
He's known as like the wholesome guy on YouTube.
yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah.
He's like the one that we protect.
Yeah,
Mr.
for sure,
Beast,
for real.
man, I gotta
He's
follow
like-
him
If
real
anybody
quick.
fucks with him,
we
like
protect him.
if he gets striked on the YouTube, everybody's pissed. Like every big
Yeah.
YouTuber, like PewDiePie will be fucking pissed. Like everybody is.
Everybody speaks up. Like that's the guy that, you know, he doesn't have the
Like-
most subscribers, but
Doesn't matter.
he's got
Is
the
this-
most backers.
Is that it?
That's
Yeah.
him. Yep,
Oh,
yep, yep,
shit.
yep,
doesn't-
yep.
Subscribe.
he
Wait,
doesn't
what
have
is
the
he at
most-
right now?
He doesn't have the most subscribers, but he has the people that
He's
do have the most subscribers
43.8
on his
million
site. Oh,
subscribers.
he's going like fast too.
Dude.
He doesn't
Still.
have that many.
He's
It's
amazing.
just 43.8 million.
I want to meet him so bad because he's such a
is he?
nice fucking guy. I think.
He has
LA
a gaming
probably.
channel
I think
too.
L.A.
I think he's in
I'm not
LA
sure.
area.
Wait, is he like a younger dude?
Yeah.
He's like.
I thought he
our
was, for
age.
some reason, I was thinking of like a really old
No,
dude for
he's
some
like
reason.
No.
straight up. I think he's like 25.
Mr.
Yeah.
Beast. Why is his name Mr. Beast?
I don't remember.
Never
He said
mind.
it
I
a
don't
long
Well,
time
know.
he started off doing like challenges.
Yeah.
Like he counted from like what was it, 1 to 100,000 on like
on
stream.
stream.
Just on stream. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Shut
6.
He used to
All
do
the way to
challenges.
100,000.
Stop it.
It took him like what? I can't remember.
Hours. I don't
Like
remember.
23 hours. Like
Yeah.
he was. He's like 900 and 1 million or like 100,000.
No
Like,
kidding.
yeah.
Just tired.
Dude.
He was so fucking out of it by the end of the stream. You
That's
could
some
see his
commitment
life
right
just
there.
deteriorate and just
Whoa.
counting.
He
in front
started
of
as a
it.
challenge.
I would fall
channel.
asleep probably. Like
I think there was a
halfway
couple times where he was like,
It's literally just
I'm just gonna
uploaded for
eat
proof.
for like 20 minutes, and like there's times where he just stops counting just to eat and stuff.
He's like wearing a
It's
different
like,
shirt. It's like a completely different day.
I don't think it stops recording. He
It
like
doesn't
sits at
stop
the thing
recording.
the
He
whole
like
time.
he like sits there the whole time in front of
But,
the camera
like-
in the same fucking chair.
Yeah.
He never goes to the bathroom or anything.
Yeah, he gets up and he comes back. Like
Yeah.
he literally, but like for the most part, it's like nonstop.
Oh, I get
Yeah.
you.
Like
yeah.
it's going still, and he gets up and he's like, "I'll be right back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I gotta go do some stuff in the bathroom.
I'll be right back.
Yeah.
I gotta go pick up my food." But I think
Dude,
he had
that's
like
crazy.
people deliver him food and stuff. But yeah, that's crazy.
I wonder what do you invest in?
He
I have so many
just probably
questions. I have so
knows,
many
like,
questions
what
for
to
him.
invest in.
I
So many
know. I
questions.
wish I can have him on the
Just wanna meet him.
podcast. That would be
That's
the
the goal to
perfect. Yeah.
have.
Yeah.
That's the goal. That's the goal.
You need to tag him in this.
Good
Hey,
luck.
Mr. Beast.
Good luck, Sam.
I don't know.
I feel like
We'll
it's
see.
desperation moves.
Yeah.
I mean, not even just for like the money part. Like, it'd be cool just to like talk to him to be like,
Oh yeah, for sure.
Dude, just
where do you come up with this
Where do you
stuff? Like, do you just wake up and feel like being the most generous person?
Yeah.
So I thought about doing
Let's
a
try
challenge
it.
just like him, and I want to do it for like awareness or something like
Ooh,
that.
yeah,
and
those
so,
are always good.
and I kind of want, because like I feel like because it's like, okay, how much money would I make off of a challenge like that? Honestly, at this level, not that much. But what if I like took that? I wouldn't even make anything. So I
Well,
might
yeah,
as
you
well
gotta-
try to make money for somebody,
Yeah.
something, and use
Yeah.
that. And so like that's, I feel so like,
You have to have a starting.
so I want to
fun.
do a challenge where like I eat like a shit ton of bananas. Like, I want to see if I can eat, like, break the record. Bananas in, like, a day.
That potassium.
Just eat a fuck ton of
poisoning or whatever.
Yeah.
I told him that when he brought it up, too.
That one could be dangerous,
bro.
and it's going to mess with your bowels, just so you know.
I feel like that would be funny as fuck,
That's
though.
not...
It's funny until you feel it.
I'm
thinking about strategy. I wouldn't just, like...
You're going to say that now, and then one of these days... Tristan over here is gonna get like a hey man, this was
have
a
you
bad
heard
idea.
of have you not heard of the banana diet though?
Like
there's
the, like the banana or the brat diet? Like what are you talking about?
The banana diet. So like you just eat nothing but bananas for like
a week. I don't think that's smart for you. That cannot be good for you.
You lose weight.
Because you're not eating anything.
You lose weight.
You lose weight if you only eat rice too.
You know what? That's just the diet that just came around, and they're like
the
bananas.
Banana diet, dude. Like the cheese diet, like in what is it? The Devil Wears Prada, where she's like, "I'm on the cheese diet."
What's the cheese diet?
Cheese diet. It's so bad. It's really bad.
You gotta watch out for dairies, man.
Oh my god.
No, the cheese diet. It's really terrible. It's definitely like eating disorder. Like.
Oof.
Just terrible. But it's like you don't eat anything, and when you feel like you're gonna faint, you eat a cube of cheese.
Yeah.
God damn.
It's in that movie.
It's just
that explanation is bad.
It's terrible. It's terrible.
Have you ever juiced before?
No.
Oh, I love juicing.
What?
So I've juiced for a week straight.
Did you juice everything, or did you order it?
No. Like I juiced it. Like you had to buy like the.
Yeah,
you spend
like so much work.
You spend like $100.
Yeah,
like $100-something a week.
What?
And you're just juicing shit, and it tastes bad. But if you do
just
it for
fruit, right, and vegetables,
mainly vegetables. You can add one. You can add like an apple or an orange to dilute some of the harshness of drinking liquid vegetable. Like it's cups.
Yeah.
It's the juice of cups of vegetables. Like imagine eating consuming a whole bag of broccoli, like the nutrients in one. It's tough to get down, but when you get it down, you feel so good. It feels like a shot. You know that like shot when you're like.
You only did it for like a week though.
That's as long as you should do it for. Really,
okay.
I mean, you shouldn't do it for longer
because
you don't have any protein, but you drop water weight. Like that.
Oh, shit.
That's another reason why you don't eat fruit in them, because I think a lot of fruit has water, like a lot of water in it, and then sugar.
Hella sugar, yeah.
So, it's healthy at a certain level, but if you're juicing every week, you gotta watch out for that amount of fruit that you're.
I juice just once a morning,
or like
just
a whole week
in the morning. I just skip breakfast and go for juice, and
really?
I like it. It makes me last until lunchtime, and then lunchtime fills me up.
Dang, so, there's some like crazy things that people do for diets.
Yeah.
I think
the fads.
I hate
that it's helping me with routine, which is the main thing, because there's so many videos that we do, the music that I have to like. I'm writing music, and I don't really like put it out there yet, just because I'm working on a bunch of shit, and so. But like having that routine, that's like the number one thing I recommend to like artists,
routines. I have all my artists like on a routine.
That shit has saved me. Like it's making me do more than the regular amount of work.
No, because it's like when you make a routine, you're like tricking yourself into being productive.
Makes it easier, yeah.
You're
like, this is what I do every day.
It gives you direction. Like you're like, okay, I have to do this, and then this is the next part of my day. It's not just like sitting there like.
I can't stress this enough. This is my personal experience. Other people disagree with me on it.
Okay.
Waking up. Butt fuck early.
Yeah, no, we get up hella
okay.
early. It's fucking stupid.
We get I get up at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
Fix my coffee and then sit behind the computer and just like, okay, what was the last thing I was working on? Okay, and then just going at it, and that first like 3 hours of the day makes you feel so good throughout the rest of the day when you're doing like
especially
your
the earlier it is too.
Yeah,
I think there's a scientific thing where it's like if you're up before sunrise and you experience sunrise, like your body feels it. It's like a different, like your body just like takes it in.
It's it does something to your like psychological.
And it's different. It's not like you waking up and then sitting in bed like on your phone for like until you feel like 10 o'clock rolls around.
Yeah,
you gotta be like in the sunrise.
But well, actually hit our time limit right now. So, but please, before we get off, tell us where we can find you and where
Oh my
we can
gosh.
find your artists.
Oh my gosh.
Plug time. Plug time.
Let's see. The main platform that I'm on a lot is Instagram, and it's as seen on the internet with underscores in between each.
Okay.
And
I'll
then-
link it down the comment. or
And
description.
then Twitter, I recently just picked up Twitter again. I started Twitter like when it came
I love
out.
Twitter.
And then I've always like tried to get into it and then didn't. This time it's sticking to where I'm like having a great time with it.
Yeah.
And also like not having that many tweets. It's like really funny, like
Yeah.
seeing all the dumb shit I put.
Yeah.
My Twitter's entertaining to say the least. Not to like toot my own horn. But that's it. I don't really fuck with Facebook. I try not
That's fine.
to.
It's dead.
Yeah. It's tough
It
to
is a
navigate that.
hellscape for sure.
is.
Oh yeah.
Like, it is.
But it's like a dead
Yeah.
marketing platform. Anyway.
Yeah, I've thought about getting back into MySpace just because. But, and then my artists, there's Dad's Underwear, and it's DADS under UNDER WHERE. It's not like the
where?
yeah. Where are they? Nobody knows.
Okay.
That I don't even know most of the time.
Yeah.
Um,
A typical manager.
They're the best though. They're like right up my alley. And then there's the Very Reverend, who is on Instagram as TV Reverend. I'm also trying to get a Spotify and YouTube and all that stuff up. So if you guys want to check them out, please do.
Yeah.
And then I also have the other two bands is Lost Things.
Okay.
And they're just on Lost Things Band, and then Drifts. And Drifts is Jesse's, my partner's band. They're instrumental and they're tight as fuck.
Okay.
Dope.
And that's my unbiased opinion, like 100%.
Oh, yeah,
They're
Good.
they're incredible.
Okay.
They do
Thank-
a lot of visual cool stuff, but check out all my artists.
Yeah, lots of stuff to check
We
out.
will.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. We got homework now.
Yeah.
I'm so
And
excited.
we're gonna
yeah.
have them back on
if
the
you
podcast.
ever if you ever need help,
we just got a cast of members now.
Yeah.
I
So
got you. Yeah, please,
yeah.
please.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you need help with any of your like creative stuff or anything, hit me up because I am self-employed now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much,
Definitely
Ashley
will.
Rae.
Thank you.
Cheers.
This was
Thanks for
great.
coming.
And thank you so much, guys. Have a good night.
Yay.
Perfect. That was dope.
That's good.
There we go. Okay, so
Okay.
no.
What? You can't hear anything?
No.
What?
No, I mean I can hear. Yes, turn it up. Turn
Okay,
it up.
chill.
Turn it up. No, that first channel.
Okay.
That first channel is mine.
It's mine as well.
How?
I don't know.
Oh my god. Well,
You got some shit mixed
It's gonna
up
be
back
loud
here.
for you. Okay.
Amazing. Great.
Run these cameras. There we go. They're going. And is yours going? All right.
Yes.
Is mine going? I don't see the red light no more. What the fuck?
This is a professional podcast.
This is going really
Yeah.
well.
All right.
Just in case
It's
you were
funny.
wondering.
All right, we're
like
live. Yes.
Super down.
Ashley Rae.
This is how
Thank
it
you
goes.
so much for coming with
Yeah.
us.
Oh, yeah, thank
Grab,
you for
What
joining
flavor
us.
did
Grab
you
a
get?
claw.
What does
Grab a
everyone
claw.
have? Shoot.
Oh, we both got black cherry.
Close your eyes.
Sorry.
Okay, there we go.
I know I was gonna close my eyes and then
Yeah. There we go. And cheers.
cheers.
There we go.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank
Episode
you for
2.
having me.
All right. Damn.
That one's good.
This one's really
They're
good.
not
I like
terrible.
this 12-pack better.
Have you ever had the grapefruit one?
No,
I don't think I
haven't.
have.
I don't think I have.
Dude, it's probably my favorite one.
I'll try that one next.